Welcome back, everyone, to the ULTY Daily Portfolio Update. Wow, what a day. On ULTY, we were up almost 1%. There was a lot of movement in the portfolio today. Figma was up almost 17%. And I'm going to be breaking down why that's actually, or was kind of a bad thing for the Figma trade that's been going on because of some of the covered calls they had to buy back today. There were so many trades placed. It must have been a hectic day at the yieldmax office. We'll get into all that in just a little bit. I did want to cover some news items first because there was some news on some of these other stocks. And I also want to let you guys know that this is October 8th when I'm recording, and I'm hoping this is actually going out on October 8th. I'm doing a new format of the table so that I can bring you this information faster, same day, instead of the next day when I usually do it. So bear with me as I make a few changes to the format, and hopefully it's a benefit for everyone so that you get the real-time updates. Also, thanks everyone so much for all the comments, all the likes on the videos, the subscriptions to the channel. I'm amazed at just how many people are really paying attention to their ULTY holdings and seeing what's going on in the underlying portfolio with those stocks and options trades. I will keep putting these videos out because I love doing them for you. Okay, so real quick, winners, 14 winners today out of 22 positions for a 63% win rate. The big winner on the day was Figma. ULTY actually bought more Figma today and more Lucid. They bought $49 million worth of Figma and $45 million worth of Lucid stock today. Other big winner was Pony AI. Actually, before we get to that, why was Figma up? Well, we talked about this in a previous video where Sam Altman of OpenAI had said ChatGPT is going to integrate Figma into ChatGPT so that users can really get the benefits of Figma and all their diagrams and their AI as well. So we're still kind of writing off the afterburn effect of that announcement. ChatGPT has 800 million users. It's kind of rivaling Google right now. So the fact that Figma is going to be seen by all those users, especially the developers and people who use it in their business, that's going to be huge for both companies. Now, Pony AI was also up today. This is the Chinese autonomous driving company. The news from there really wasn't anything. I think it's just after news from the permits for robotaxis in Singapore and Dubai. That says a day ago, but this was actually released a few days ago. So who knows why that was going up? I didn't see any big news. CoreWeave did have an important announcement, and CoreWeave was up 8.65% today. CoreWeave announced that the reinforcement learning program, so this is like when people say the AI agents are being retrained, that's what they're talking about. They are going to be making that available to a lot of people who use CoreWeave, all their customers, so that they can train the AI bots to basically upskill and get better. So that's what's coming down the pipeline for CoreWeave. Also in the news, Opendoor was down 8.61% today. I didn't see really why that was, but if you look at Yahoo Finance, which has the most active stocks, Opendoor was one of the most active stocks today. Average volume is 348 million. They traded 201 million shares. You see other ULTY names in there. Webull used to be there. He was there. SoundHound was there as well. You see some quantum stocks in there. So lots of activity there. Opendoor has just really become a meme stock, or it's been a meme stock for a while now. And I've got this new column here, year-to-date return. So looking at how have all the ULTY stocks been doing since the beginning of the year. Now, ULTY hasn't held all of them since the beginning of the year, but it's good to see how these have been doing and keep it in perspective. For example, this one, Bitmine Immersion Technologies, is up 17,000%. It started the year at 35 cents and is now at $60. Opendoor is up 433%. So even though it was down 8% today, on the year it's up 433. Quick facts about this. Out of the 22 stocks currently in the portfolio, over 10 of them have a year-to-date return of over 100%. So we can sort it and see these 10 right here NewScale, HIMS, Palantir, Rocket Lab, up over 100%. Only 3 of them are actually down on the year, which are SoundHound, Upstart, and Lucid. And Lucid is down 25% on the year, so it's the biggest loser. 3 of them, these ones down here, Figma, CoreWeave, and Bullish, those all debuted or IPO'd this year, so we don't have data from the beginning of the year. I've also got this cool column here, which is relative trading volume. So the way to interpret this is, on average, 10 million shares of Figma are traded. Today, 27 million were. So 255% of that. At the bottom here, on average, for a firm, 9.6 million shares are traded. Today, there were only 4.7 million, so 50%. So this is just kind of a cool thing to see as well. You see, there'll be some days where these will all be in green, and we'll see how, if these are green or red, and how that corresponds there. So good stuff in there. Now, Rocket Lab was also up today. They had another deal with a different Japanese company for missions. It says here, building on the momentum, Rocket Lab followed up on October 7th with another significant multi-launch contract for a Japanese Earth imaging firm. So 3 more missions for Rocket Lab's schedule that are going to happen next year in 2026. So that stock was up 6% today. Now, getting into the meat and potatoes of this video, which is the Figma trade, there was so much activity here. This table right here is just all the trades that they've been placing, and you can see they placed, how many is that? 11 trades today in Figma. A lot were buy to close. So I'm going to highlight those in yellow, and you see over here in the red how those were were quite expensive. So this right here, this is the top one. Buying to close, a $58 call cost $9.28, and this call expired on October 10th. Now let's try to find the corresponding one, which they wrote last week. I'm going to highlight that in yellow too. And actually, I'm going to filter this table so that we only see really the active trades that are in October. So that's better. So yeah, they bought more, but right here, you see 2025, October 10th, call, $58. They sold it, 6,000 contracts, cost them $1.07. They got $642,000. To buy that back, the $58 call cost them $5.5 million, $9.28 a share. And they did this because they didn't want to get Figma exercise. They didn't want to have to sell Figma at $58 because their average price at the time was around $59. So they would have taken a loss there. So that was a huge loss on the options trade. The other one here, second row in yellow, $59 call they bought to close, that they bought it back. This is, again, expiring October 10th. Let's see if we can find it. Yep, right here on the 6th. I'm going to highlight it in a different color. We'll go this blue. We'll highlight this one also in the same color, so they're matching. So the blue call, $59, sold it to open 6,000 contracts, collected $1.3 million. To buy it back so that they didn't have to get it assigned, cost them $6.5 million. So a very expensive day for ULTY. The net of today's October 8th trades was, let me get that for you, 9 million. So they were down basically 9 million, or had to spend 9 million to close out some of these positions. But they also opened some new ones at $70, $75, another one at $75, collecting 6 million. And then they bought a lot of puts down at the $61, $60, and $64 strike price. So I'm going to unfilter this table now, and we can see that in options now, they've got a negative net credit of 8.4 million. So all that buying from today cost them money, and they're no longer profitable on the options premium. But because Figma went up so much and they bought more shares, they are actually positive on this trade of 5.9 million, so almost 6 million. So their average price was $63 a share, and the current Figma price is $71 a share. So profit, 14.4 million, net out that negative 8 million. And so they've got almost $6 million in profit on the Figma trade. So Still, they're up 5%. We'll keep a very close eye on it, as we always do. That Figma trade is getting me a little nervous, just seeing them spend $9 million to manage it. So that was quite interesting. Anything else I wanted to cover? I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoy getting these videos out a little bit sooner on the day. I know this one was a little bit rushed. I was speaking fast, but wanted to make sure that we covered everything. So again, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate the support, the comments, the likes, subscribes in the videos. It's great to see returning viewers and people coming back for more of these ULTY updates. Trust me, they're going to keep coming. So see you in the next one.